What's up, guys? Gonna be doing a review here on the Spyderco Police model in stainless steel. Bring it down here, and as you can see here, I have some comparisons for you guys to see next to a Benchmade 710 and a Spyderco Military. Um, just to show you guys here, going over the specs as always. This is a big knife. Just the closed position here is 5 5/16 of an inch. The blade on this is 4 1/8 of an inch, and minus the shelf there, the cutting edge on this thing is 3 13/16 of an inch, so just under 4 inches of cutting edge. And the overall length on this thing, making it I believe, the largest Spyderco as of now, until the newest Spyderco comes out, is 9 7/16 inches. This is even a little bit longer than the military. Blade thickness on this is 1/8 of an inch, so it's fairly thin. You can see it's a little bit thinner here on the false edge. And right away, I'm just going to get off one of the biggest cons of this knife is its weight. It is all stainless steel construction, every part of this here, and it makes it a whopping 5.6 ounces. So it's a brick. It's a slim brick, but it's extremely heavy. It's a heavy knife. But due to its slim profile, it does carry very well as far as having other stuff in your pockets and it just kind of disappearing object or proportion wise. But it is heavy. You do notice it in the pocket, so that is a bit of a con for me at least. So bringing in frame again, we have the Benchmade 710. The Police is a bit longer than the 710 close, as you can see here, blade wise. 710 actually has about the same length and blade. If you compare cutting edges, the 710 even has like a little bit more, I'd say, actually, than the Police, but definitely very close. Obviously, the handle on the Police shrinks that of the Benchmade 710. The handles on the Spyderco is much larger. Let's get it next to the military here. Military, very close. The handle on the military is a bit larger, or just a hair longer than that of the Police, and that's just due to the butt end on the military. So as you can see, let's move this up just a little bit. You can see on the back here, the military does have some handle length on the Police even. Blade length wise though, the Police does have a little bit more edge versus the military. As you see, if I line up the cutting edges there, the Police does have a little bit more than that of the military. Just to show you guys, again, how big of a knife this is, here's a comparison to a Delica 4. Completely, shrinks the knife. Blade weight, comparing the cutting edges, the Police is much bigger than that of the Delica. So this is not my ideal everyday carry knife. It's more of a, situational knife, perhaps self-defense. This next to the lum. I'll show you guys how much more cutting edge it has over the lum. So this is a big knife. This is definitely, not your typical EDC that you would be seeing me carry. Showing you a bunch of comparisons, I might as well show it with the sub here. A lot smaller. Oh, I still got some gunk on the Sabenza. But yeah, so this is a big knife. Getting more into it here, the blade steel on it is VG10. It's got a nice hollow grind that only goes about halfway down the blade, as you can see. So that I kind of don't like because it allows less slicing capability. Like, it slices perfect for that first, inch of blade, but after that, it's just got the full thickness behind it. So it's not the best slicer. Definitely starts a slice very well though. And as you can see, the edge tapers very narrowly, so it's a very sharp tipped knife, very narrow. And as you can see, there's a false wedge here. I guess you could sharpen that if you want. Take a little while to do it, but it's possible. So this thing's definitely, made to pierce. Obviously, it's called the Police, and it's more aimed towards LEOs, law enforcement officers, or more of a tactical knife per se. Which is kind of ironic because it is all stainless steel, so it is smooth. There's no traction, but the ergonomics do make it very comfortable to hold. You note that there is zero jimping on this knife anywhere. It's just all smooth stainless steel. And As you can see here, it is a mid lock, so back lock knife, but it's got the void dent, just the dip right there in the lock. Impress. Um, Very nice. I mean, the blade is centered. I got this thing used for it. Of course, I don't know if you can pick it up in there. It's a lot of scratches and stuff, but I mean, the blade is centered. It's for tip down right carry only, so that would be another con. And like the military, as you can see here, like if this is in your pocket, you got that much of the knife sticking out. But for this purpose knife, I feel that's good. Just like the military, it's like really easy to just grab that to pull out of your pocket. So that I do like about it. And as you can see, in comparison to the military, the spider hole is much smaller on the police than that of the military. As you can see, the military has a much bigger thumb hole than that of the police. Police is quite a bit smaller. Um, Overall, I mean, I really do like this knife, and it is good to use. I really do love that extra length of blade, because at work there's stuff where I just slice through really quick, and I'll be cutting through stuff that 3 inches of blade can't quite cover in one slice. So having the blade length of the police or that of the military, it makes just quick slice motions very easy, and you're gonna get whatever you need cut in just one cut through. As you can see, really solid lockup, nice snap. There's no blade play whatsoever, up, down, side to side. And like I said, this was a very used knife, and I got it for a good deal, so that's why I did pick it up. It's made in Seki City, Japan. As you can see, the ergonomics are comfortable, and I'm not sure why Spyderco does that. I'm sure it's just for extra reach, probably with people with big hands. They probably assume, maybe you'll be using gloves, but they say the way the ergonomics work here, there's 2 full humps here that you can completely lay, at least I can, 4 fingers around, and so that leaves that much of the butt of the knife out, which is a ton. I don't have huge hands. I do have like kind of small to medium hands, so if you do have big hands, you may feel more, but I can fit a full 4-finger grip within those first 2 grooves, and then this whole back here is, I mean, look at that, 4 fingers in the back. I have that much more reach on the knife. So I guess if you were to hold it and you want to do a stabbing motion or like a long swipe, you definitely have a ton of freaking reach with this. But like I said, with it being stainless steel, if your hands are sweaty, this thing is just going to slide right out of your hand. So yeah, I do see some irony. They do have a G10 Police, but it wasn't quite as big as a hit as the stainless steel. Like, once again, it's kind of odd just because this is such a big knife. You'd think you want it to be lighter and have more grip. But I guess Police has been within Spyderco's line just as long as the military, and they're both kind of flagship models, and everyone just kind of accepted this knife with the stainless steel, and that's kind of how they just always wanted it. So overall, I mean, if you're looking for a big knife and you don't mind the weight, this one is, and you don't mind tip down right and carry only, this could be a knife for you. I mean, it is. I mean, I feel like this is heavy duty. I feel like I can do some hard, rough, stuff with this, and I wouldn't be afraid to screw it up. And because it is VG10, it is very, it's an easy steel to touch up and sharpen. Have used it quite a bit. I'll do some cut tests here. I didn't full on sharpen this, but I did strop it a little bit, so we'll see how sharp it is. So as you can see, it's still extremely sharp. VG10 is a very good steel and holds an edge very well for what it is, and sharpens very easily. Let's see if I can get some cleaner cuts here. As you can see there, nice and clean when it is sharp, and hollow grinds do make for a better slice, but like I said, another fault is just that it only goes up half the blade, so it's not like a full flat grind where it'll continue up, or a very high hollow grind like a Sabenza, but it definitely gets the job done. So, alright guys, that's basically my rundown on the Police. I don't know if this one will stay in the collection or not. I do like this knife, and I'm in no rush to be getting another one, but if I do find one I like better, probably will let this one go in order to fund another knife. But in the meantime, it is nice to have another, selection for bigger knives. I mean, with the military and the Benchmade, these are the 3 biggest knives I own. Other than that, all the knives you guys see from me are all in the 3-inch range, and smaller with the crickets and stuff. So, yeah, that is the Spyderco Police in all stainless steel, and yeah, this thing definitely do some damage. Take it easy, guys.